Yo, what's going on everybody? I'm your boy Numbskull, and today I've got a very simple video for you guys. This homie right here sent in a report a few days ago for me to read you all, and I've been meaning to get it out, but I've been a little busy. He had quite the time on shrooms, and I do believe it's going to be a banger video, albeit a shorter one. Let's get into it. The Spike World, a shroom experience. This was a very unusual experience that I wasn't expecting at all, and I've never heard of anyone else having a trip quite like this. There probably won't be any good timestamps or perfect order here. I'm mostly just writing down what I remember. At around 8:30 p.m. I'd say, my plug came by and I picked up 1.7 grams of dried penis envy shrooms. It was my first time ever taking mushrooms. I put the shrooms onto a peanut butter bagel and ate them outside. Right after finishing the bagel, I started walking down the road. Pretty quickly, it felt like there were shadow people staring me down from my neighbors' porches. I turned onto another road, and suddenly this long black oval shape zoomed across the top of my vision. I started calling it the Big Black Bird. It was getting pretty dark outside, so I decided to head back home. When I got home, I started watching the movie Good Boys. While I was watching it, the shrooms started kicking in. I became super happy and very energetic. After that movie ended, I put on Hot Dog Party. During that movie, I felt like a little kid seeing everything for the first time again. There still weren't any real visuals yet, just pure euphoria, at least in regards to the movie. I was on a call with my friends the whole time, but I kept completely forgetting I was even in the call because I was so locked into the movie. I just sit there staring at the screen with my jaw hanging wide open. A little bit later, my stepsister had two friends over, and they had a cart. They told me to come hang out with them, so, of course, you bet your ass I did. The second I walked into the room and told them that I was on shrooms, I suddenly became really confused. I knew exactly where I was, but at the same time, it felt totally unfamiliar and very strange. I asked to hit the cart, and they let me, of course. Afterward, I walked back into the hallway and accidentally dropped it. I was trying to head back to my room, but I spent a few seconds looking around before finally spotting the cart on the floor and picking it back up. Once I did finally get back to my room, I started chiefing the absolute hell out of it. A little while later, one of my stepsister's friends came into the room to get the cart back. She noticed I had Jolly Ranchers scattered all over the floor and started stealing a few while throwing some around before leaving. Not long after that was when the trip became extremely intense. I was laying on my side in bed when it suddenly felt like my entire bed was violently vibrating. I sat up and realized it was actually just my dehumidifier running beside me. The walls in my room are blue, and there's a chipped spot in the paint near my bed that has some black coloring in it. While I was tripping, it looked exactly like an eye staring back at me. There was also this strange red filter over that section of the wall, and it reminded me kind of like an evil version of Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens. From my bed, I could also see my mirror, except the mirror looked completely purple. And this is where my memory starts getting quite blurry. At some point, there were these rainbow-colored bouncy spike things all over my body, and it felt like there were rainbow saw blades inside my arms. Then these rainbow Mario-style pipes started appearing on me. Each pipe had a spike coming out the top, and they kept exploding into millions of tiny white squares. I was tripping so fucking hard at this point that I basically became a vegetable. I just laid there completely still while all of this happened directly in front of my face. The hallucinations didn't look like normal mushroom patterns or geometry either. They felt weirdly mechanical and natural at the same time. Almost like some kind of living machine world, type of shit you'd hear someone who takes DMT talk about. The craziest part is that the entire time I was hallucinating like this, it was somehow already 4 a.m. I had hit the cart around 12:30 a.m., but the whole experience felt insanely fast, almost like no time had passed at all. I honestly don't even remember thinking during most of it. Eventually, I came down and became sober again, but I still felt really happy afterward and immediately wanted to do it again. It was a fantastic afterglow. Then I fell asleep. This wasn't a bad trip at all. Honestly, it was a really good one. Since then, I've done shrooms 2 more times. Once with 2 grams, and another time with 1 gram combined with 300 milligrams of DXN. And that is gonna be it. I enjoyed this report, and I hope you all did too. If you did, liking and subscribing would be a pretty baller thing to do. Comment showing homie some love, and maybe tell him that taking penis envy for his first time on shrooms, that just says that he has a giant pair of testicles. And don't forget post notifications so you never miss out on a new upload. Also, I'd like to recruit everyone listening right now. Help spread my content across the internet. There are a lot of people out there in desperate need of something like my substance safety series. So, please help with that. And if you've got a story of your own you'd like to share and have me read on the channel, Instagram and Facebook are the recommended methods to submit, but any way you can get them to me is acceptable. Same name and same PFP across all platforms. Stay frosty, stay curious, and as always, stay safe out there. And with that, I will of course see all of you in the next one. Peace.